Damn, let's do this shit.
Let's do it. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Hope everyone had a fantastic week. I think some of us had a more interesting one than others, but regardless, it was a week nonetheless.
Yeah, interesting, or most of it sucked, but...
I mean, there was bits and pieces, I guess, certain days. I don't know, mine kind of flew by, though.
Yeah.
Did yours drag on?
It did. But hopefully I'll have Saturdays off now.
That'll be...
from here on out.
Very, very good. Especially for trying to schedule stuff.
Well, the other day, fucking Ken called out of work on Wednesday.
I think you told me about that, yeah.
Yeah, he called out Wednesday, and then I hit him up, I texted him, and he said that he thinks he got food poisoning. So I'm like, okay, dude. And then he's like, well, I'll be back to work, maybe, if I feel better, or if this goes away. I'm like thinking to myself, like, food poisoning normally lasts like 2 to 3 days.
Typically.
You called out Wednesday because you felt it coming on, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
so you should be good to
and
go.
you went to the hospital to get a doctor's note because now that's required. By Sunday, you should be fine.
Right. That's what I would imagine. I mean,
when I get food poisoning, I'm normally done with it within like 2 days.
Well, if you remember back in the day, though, I had that food poisoning I got from McDonald's. They put me out for a week. I was bedridden then. Like I felt like I had the flu off of one bite of a burger.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess it varies and just differs between people and how your body reacts.
But if he ends up not feeling good and calling out of work again today and the rest of the week, I'm going to have to probably cover his route.
Well, at least you're making some good damn money. But you're going to be freaking overworked, man. You're going to be down and out.
Yep.
But talking about calling out of work, I tried to call out of work yesterday.
Didn't go so well, did it?
No, it didn't. So have you ever had something, like, whether it was, you know, girlfriend, boyfriend in Kim's case, or, you know, a good friend that, like, worked, and whenever you would call into work, so this is what happened to me. You would call into work like I did, and that person picks up, and they're like, really? Are you fucking kidding me? And I'm just like, no, or you're like, no, and you're trying to call out of work. Well, then they talk you out of it. Has that ever happened?
No.
It happened to me yesterday. I called into work with all intent of calling out for the day because picking Miranda up at night and being so late in the night doing it, I was iffy on it. So I'm like, you know what? Call out, blah, 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 blah. You know, spend the day with her, this, that, and the third. I call in, they pick up, and they start, like, not bitching at me, but they're, like, really, like, you know, talking me out of it. And they talked me out of it. I'm like, fine, just hang up the phone. And I went to work. I've never been talked out of calling into work by someone I called into work. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it was literally the most memorable, wow.
Memorable?
There you go, memorable. It was the most memorable call out I've actually made, and it was the first one that's ever failed. Note that down in the history books, right?
There you go.
And then, so it wasn't last night, the night before last night, I believe. Came home, like 3 cop cars in where I live at. Yeah, so I'm like, wow. So I'm messaging, you know, people that live in the back of where I'm at, and I'm like, y'all all right? And the dude hits me back.
Y'all,
yeah.
Y'all, that southern accent's starting to come out in you now, man.
I've been saying y'all since we came down here 10 years ago, bro. I've been saying y'all ever since we came down here. I've been saying y'all ever since because it just sounds better than you guys or you all. Y'all. Anyway, so
makes sense.
Exactly. So I'm like, y'all okay? A couple minutes go by, and all of a sudden, I get this message back. I just had my neck slit. I'm like, what the fuck? So, yeah, man. And, you know, long story short, little altercation happened, and dude ended up getting his neck slit about an inch from his jugular, maybe a little less.
Holy
so
shit.
It could have been a lot worse. I'm glad he's all right.
Did he get stitches or anything?
No, they at-home remedy. You know, some butterfly stitches at home and whatnot. But we were talking about those the zip stitches. You ever hear about them?
Yes. I have seen the zip stitches.
We were talking about them, and like we were like, well, we could probably use them to fix bodywork on cars too. Zip. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was a pretty interesting night to say the least. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I've been looking. For all our listeners, the 10 or 15 that we have right now, we have successfully created a logo It should be up as a main picture on the Spotify and Pandora, shit like that here shortly. Also, I've been looking into getting microphones.
I have to.
There's a set of 4 that I've seen. The microphone's got the stand, and it's got the filter in front of the microphone.
Gotcha.
For your P's and your T's.
Yes,
so
yes.
That way they don't sound so
out there, so punctual. Like,
yeah.
I know what you're saying. They don't sound so sharp.
Right. For all 4, it's like $120.
That's not bad. Now, does it come with the interface or a recording station?
No, we need to. We're going to have to buy an audio interface.
So, because I was looking at a kit, it had 2 mics, and you had room for more. Because I have the 2 mics at home, if you remember, and we can use those for any guests that want to pop on the show. And please, guys, feel free to request to be our guest. We'd love to have you on the show.
Be our guest. You can talk until the rest.
Exactly. So, but I seen this interface, and it came with 2 mics, and it's a brand's like Podcaster or Pod something, but it's designed for podcasting, and it comes with the interface, and the interface doesn't hook into the computer directly. It actually records onto an SD card. So then you can take that SD card and pop it into the laptop to a computer, and then edit and do all that shit and upload it that way as well. So I was looking into something like that, and that was about $160, $180. But it had the interface with it, you know what I mean?
Link. Let me look.
I'll definitely send you the link.
Because I've been looking, like I've got the link for those 4 mics saved.
Right.
Because they do have the filters and everything that we're going to need to make us sound better.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course. I mean,
because we're going to need those filters. If we don't, then it's going to sound a little bit better than what it is that we have now, but it's still going to sound a little rough. You know what I mean? Exactly.
And I mean, honestly, we're doing this for you guys, or for our audience, really. We're trying to give you guys top quality, or as best quality as we can. And
yeah, because I was
it's going to be a process for
reading
sure.
different things on, you know, good microphones and shit to use, and I was watching this video, and this guy made a point. You know, he said a lot of people that listen to podcasts listen to it on their headphones.
Very true. Very true.
If the sound quality sucks when they're listening to it through their headphones, they're going to stop listening to us.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But see, the good thing and the plus side about the editing, and you know, when I go through and I kind of sit and listen to them before we publish them, is I actually use a set of Turtle Beaches that have the amplified bass as my studio headphones. So, and that's one thing I did think about starting this off weeks ago, is that basically, you know, a lot of people are going to have AirPods in, or they're going to have headphones, Beats, whatever the case may be. So let me test it on the stuff that people are most likely going to be using to listen to it.
Makes sense.
Perfect texture.
Sorry,
That's
was
cool.
mine.
That was all you this time.
Yeah.
That was definitely all you.
That was all me.
But yeah, so for those of you who don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram, because I don't know if I put it on Instagram, basically we are on Pandora as of like Monday or Tuesday that just passed. So small victory for us and for everybody out there listening, because now you just have another platform you can check us out on and let your friends know about too.
Yeah, so my buddy, the one that I was telling you about that lives over in out west.
Yes.
The picture I posted of the logo, he says looks good.
Nice, very nice. It does look good. And
he does videos and shit like that. You know, he doesn't do podcasts or nothing.
Right, but he's into like
he does
production
promotional,
stuff.
yeah,
Right.
production, promotional videos of items and different shit like that. You're rolling around on that damn chair across this deck like it's crazy. Okay, so I forgot what we were talking about.
That's what bathroom breaks do to you. So basically, just had a bathroom break, and I think we're all pretty relieved now. Maybe a little TMI for y'all, but it's real. It's just what happens. But I've been thinking about something. You know that saying that like bad things happen in threes?
Yes.
All right. What if it's not really? What if that's how people conceive it because it's easy to conceive it that way?
Okay.
What if the bad things that happen in threes, so you have 3 bad things, are actually masked as bad things? Meaning, What if those, 3 bad things are actually, life lessons? Yeah, they were bad things that happened. It's easy to look at them as bad things. But when you dig down deep and actually break them apart, it goes into, like, everything happens for a reason, things like that. So, yeah, bad thing being you lose your job, right? Mm-hmm. Just for example. That's one bad thing. Because you lost that job, you then had to find a new job. Right? No, nothing bad happens for like a year and a half. The company you got with closes their doors. So now you're jobless again. Right?
Okay.
Not having any luck where you're at currently, blah, blah, blah. So you decide to hop state, start over new somewhere else.
Okay.
Start a new job, and you get let go of that one again. Or something happens to where you just leave the company, and then you find another new job where you're at. Okay, so there's your 3 bad things. That 4th thing that you're doing, that 4th job, after you skip state, whatever the case is, ends up working out. You meet some really cool people. Things are going good, this, that, and the third. Therefore, circling back, those 3 bad things were actually more or less blessings in disguise, maybe. If you never went through those experiences, you would have never ended up where you are today. So then my look on it is that people find it easy to say, oh, bad things happen in 3s, blah, 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 right?
Kind of.
When really the bad things were just life lessons and they got you to a point where you are today.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand where you're coming from with it. But when people normally say bad things happen in 3s, they normally happen in close proximity to each other.
Well,
they
right.
don't happen within years apart or anything like that. Things that happen like that, we call things happen for a reason. Like, bad things that happen are different than things happening for a reason.
Okay.
So, say, for instance, somebody's going on about their day, they get into a car accident.
Right.
A week later, a relative dies. A couple days after that, they get diagnosed with some kind of illness. That's 3 bad things. Bad things come in 3s. Normally the way it goes, I'm sure people that listen, if we have any nurses or anybody in the medical field, when a patient passes away or somebody that's in their care passes away, there's normally within a couple week time frame, there's going to be 2 more. It never fails. Ever.
Huh.
Like, it happens in 3s. Yes.
If I die, it's going to be 13.
Did she say if she dies, it's going to be 13?
13?
Yeah, I think it's
No.
13 personalities.
Oh.
So then recover for a few years after you die. Alright, that's cool then.
Nigga, you can't replace me.
Well, we're not talking about replacing. We're just saying if you die, then we'll be good on our 3 bad things for a few years.
You gotta relax on what you're doing. The microphone is right on the table.
You're throwing lighters across the table.
Ah!
She's like, I
Wake
don't
up!
give a
Yeah,
fuck.
right? Jesus.
You gotta keep them on their toes, right?
Jesus. So
Ain't
this...
that what you gotta say?
Yeah, keep them on their toes.
So I'm
Keep
gonna
them
start
on
keeping you on
toes,
toes.
yeah.
They're being checked.
They're going to be listening to this podcast, and they're going to be having their headphones in. I'm like, holy shit! They're going to jump,
Right,
walking
they're going to
down
be
the
listening
street.
to it, laying in bed,
Oh, that's
going to
be hilarious.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god!
What the fuck was that?
That was a tree!
So, one of the guys that I know came up to me that listens to our podcast, actually.
Okay.
And nothing bad, He was telling me about this other podcast. It's called, True Reporting or something. And this person lays out all these facts and, evidence and whatnot. And the most recent episode that he was talking about was how we're actually descendants of giants.
Oh, goddamn, we got midgetized.
Right. Right.
Damn.
So it was a pretty interesting conversation.
Then we get the shit end of the stick.
Well, just evolution, I suppose.
That's fine. You guys are around me. No one.
But I mean, it was it was just interesting to kind of hear that, while we're here kind of just discussing daily lives and going through the motions and whatnot, you have people out there that are discussing Bigfoot and giants and just things out of the ordinary, which is awesome.
I think we evolved from apes, but that's just me.
Technically, I think we were flown here on some escape pod because we fucked up our own planet. And we were like test subjects, like, all right, let's not fuck this one up. And we ended up fucking this planet up, so now our ancestors are just, nope, we're going to go find somewhere else, and that's why we never hear from anybody.
No.
Yeah, we're in a petri dish.
Maybe. Could be.
We're in a petri dish.
That's possible.
Yeah.
You might want to scoot over a little bit. That roof's
You know what?
dripping on you.
It's all right. I don't mind getting wet.
Looks
every
like a
once in
waterproof
while.
shirt, though.
It's like that.
Water resistant?
Yeah. But I don't mind getting wet.
That's what she said.
Shit, man, I had the ignorance. Like, oh my god. This is why I deleted my Facebook yesterday. For about, it only lasted like 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Kim was like, oh, that didn't last long.
I was waiting for someone to hit me up like, oh, that didn't last long.
I don't like talking too much shit on mine and delete mine.
Well, I don't know. I post a lot on mine, just, vent and just kind of go out throughout the day. But anyway, I'm in the store, and I get a call from customer service, and they're like, this guy's looking for this part, going to find out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, send them back, we'll find it, blah, 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 because I got it right here. So he comes back, and he's just vulgar as fuck. Like, oh, yeah, I make her pussy wet, this, that, and the third. Like, right there in the fucking aisle, man. It was pissing me off. But what can I do? I'm a little associate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God forbid I say something that's going to upset him, then...
He's going to go to your manager.
Exactly. So I just had to eat it. I had to sit there and fucking listen to these comments and these remarks about people I work with. And it was just like, I wanted to tell this motherfucker to shut the fuck up, forget that part, and get the hell out of my fucking store. I got to that point, because why? People have that one-track mind, and it's like they're fine with it, and that's on them.
Right.
I can't fathom how. You know what I mean? It blows me away sometimes.
They just got no respect for themselves.
You think that's
what it is?
You think so?
A lot of people that are like that have no respect for themselves.
Makes sense.
They don't really care about anybody else having respect for them.
So they're just
going to say and do whatever the hell they want and not give a damn.
Because
there's no consequences for shit anymore.
I know.
None.
I know.
Like, all that shit went out the window.
I know.
And it's been like that for years now.
People like consequences. They like being punished. We fuck, we deserve it sometimes.
Yeah, but if you're not getting punished for shit that you do, then...
Right, I mean, damn, you get a participation trophy. That's
why you swing on a motherfucker and just get it over with. Fuck talking. Goddamn swing.
Yeah, I can see myself. I'll be running around the corner.
I'd be in
Hold
fucking
on,
prison
man.
right now.
I'll go grab a pipe wrench and like, yeah, what are you saying?
No, I'd be in prison right now if I was to do all that shit.
If I were you, I would have probably been like over the radio and be like, manager, I quit, and punch a dude in the face and then walk out.
If I didn't need that job right now, I really was thinking about it. I was at that point. You know what I mean? I was at that point.
Dude, I get to that point almost every night.
Do you at work?
Oh, God, yeah.
You drive a fucking truck.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I drive a fucking truck.
It's a lot harder than you think it is.
No, really, I grew up around
Dude,
it. I know. I know
I
what
want
comes
to
with
run
it.
people. I want to run people off the road so many fucking times, dude. Last night there was this FedEx truck following me.
Following you?
Not following.
Or like
me.
just trailing behind you?
He was behind me. He was behind me. Yeah, Feds be watching. But he was following behind me, and then he got over, and because we were regulated at the same speed, and again, our listeners, if you guys don't know, please try not to tailgate trucks. We are regulated at a certain speed. Most of us are.
Yep.
We can't go any faster than what we're going. We're sorry. It ain't our fault. It's our company's fault. And if you want to make a complaint, go to OSHA or go
FMCSA.
to FMCSA.
Federal Motor Safety Carrier Association.
Yes.
Jeez, I pulled that out of my fucking file banks, man.
Go to them and make a complaint. We can't do anything about it. We've tried protesting. We've tried everything we can, and it's not changing. So, anyway, this truck, this FedEx driver, He was about regulated at the same speed as me. And he starts flashing his high beams at me.
From behind you?
From the next lane over, behind me. He would, like, periodically just flash his high beam. And then periodically do it again.
Why?
Like, every couple of seconds or so. And I'm like, what the hell is this motherfucker doing?
Right.
Like, why is he flashing his high beams at me?
Well, I know it's a common courtesy if you're trying to get over as a truck driver, or anybody really, you know, if you're back behind them and you give them the space, you flip your high beams so they can get over, you flip your four ways on to say thank you, and you go on about your route.
Right. There was nobody in front of me. I mean, there was a truck in front of me, but he was like 2 or 3 truck lengths ahead. You know what I mean? And he was a little bit faster than me, so he stayed ahead of me. I didn't have to worry about it. I'm like, I know I closed my freaking door on my trailer. I was like, everything's hooked up right. All my lights are working.
Right.
I did my pre-trip and all that shit. So I was like, why is he flipping his high beams at me? So I hit my brakes. And he comes flying up because I was like, you know what? Screw this motherfucker. I think he was flipping his high beams so I could slow down, for me to slow down, and he can just get past me. Then I pull into the pilot right behind his ass.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, she's about to get juicy.
If I didn't want to lose my job, it would have got juicy.
Really?
Yes, but I need my job, so I kept my mouth shut.
That's exactly why I did, you know. But, man, I tell you, I was at that point yesterday where I was like, you know, I should have just called out anyway. I should have just, I wouldn't have to deal with it. But
all our listeners, if you want more juicy details on shit, on things that we do, get us more listeners. We'll freaking quit our normal day jobs, and we'll just give you juicy shit all day long.
Yeah, because I mean, I mean, not for nothing. You guys, you share our podcast, and whoever listens. It's great, you know. And yeah, I mean, just keep doing that, and eventually we'll make enough to where we don't have to. We can just go out and do anything we want.
Yeah.
You know, I've been talking about buying a yacht, having a yacht party.
Buying a yacht.
I want to. So if Hickory Hollow makes it big enough, and this goes for anybody that knows me personally, so hear me out. If Hickory Hollow makes it big enough to where I'm making more than my actual job makes, then I'm going to start investing. And I'm going to start putting it away. And within a 3-year, 4-year, between a 4 to 5 year span, I'm going to obtain a yacht. Or a huge boat of some sort.
Okay. And
I'm going to have just a week-long yacht party. I think that would be awesome. And anybody that knows me that I'm cool with, fuck on the boat and let's go. Let's go have a fucking yacht.
Yeah.
I think that would be fucking hella fun.
Hell yeah, it would.
You know?
It would be a lot of fun. You know, I was investing mine a little bit into like the stock market and whatnot when it was low a few months back, and you know, getting this place and you know all the money I spent fixing it up to where I can move into it.
Right.
You know, I had to tap into those stocks and get my profits out, and then some of the money that I even put into it. So now I've got almost practically nothing in stocks or anything like that right now. But I'll get back up there.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
ain't
of
too
course.
worried about it.
Of course. Fucking. Oh man, I was just about to bring. Oh, just so you guys know as well, if you hear a lot of wind or raindrops and whatnot, it's a little bit of a stormy day outside. We have yet to complete the lounge to actually sit inside somewhere where there's really no weather. So enjoy the storm with us today. It's actually not that bad. It's about mid-60s, low 70s.
It nice and cool.
It's nice and cool. I mean, dude, I walked outside this morning in my shorts and like a sleeveless, getting ready to go out for the day. I'm sitting outside having a cigarette. It was cold, man. Like, I got cold.
Yeah.
I went inside, got my jeans on. Like, shit.
Dude.
Because I know on the way over here, about 69, 70 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I like weather like this, like fall weather.
Yes, autumn weather. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, I like summer. I like the hot days to go swimming, to go out and enjoy, like, you know, hiking and shit like that. But, like, this cool weather is even better. Because, you know, you can't go swimming, but if you go hiking, you go do anything else, you're not sweating your balls off. You're not,
Well, I mean,
you know.
can.
You can. I mean, yeah, you can, but it's not like you don't just step outside your door and you're just not doused in sweat.
Right.
You don't get out the shower and you're just already
God, I hate that
dirty
shit.
for the day. I
Ugh.
hate it. Hate it. It's almost as bad as sand between your toes.
Yep. I hate getting out of the shower and sweating.
You know, I mean,
Just from drying off.
right.
Oh, that sucks.
And it's like, I mean, you know, it's something a little odd, but it's like personally me, like sand between my toes, I don't mind it. I don't like it, but I don't mind it. I can deal with it, depending on the type of sand it is.
Right.
But when it comes to like food and like finger foods, certain things I just won't eat finger food wise. I don't like use a fork or something because I don't like the stickiness on my fingers. I know I can wash my hands, wipe them off, but I just, I just don't.
Raindrops.
Yeah, I don't, want that stickiness in my fingers. But put me behind the engine bay of a car or a truck, I'll slap my whole arm in a grease bucket. It don't matter. I'll go and get dirty with grease, grime, dirt. Don't matter. All day long and not worry about it. Eat a sandwich with it on my hands. I don't care. But the sticky food is what gets me.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking weird,
Some
man.
people have a weird thing that they,
That's me. I can't stand it.
I understand it. I get it. I got my weird quirks myself.
I know, right? Fuck, everybody does.
Granted, being put on the spot right now, I can't think of any, but like I know I got them.
Hell yeah. So I'll tell you, the Mitsubishi looks nice when it's wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was riding through and I'm like, riding up and I'm about to pull into your driveway and I'm looking, I'm like, I've never seen that car wet, like with that shimmer on it, It looks pretty fucking clean and good right now, man.
Nice.
I can't wait to get that done.
My truck's still a little dirty. From when we went off-roading out here, when we went to Clifty.
That's still the dirt from when we went out to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Went out to
Nemo.
Nemo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the train tracks and shit. Yeah, it's still dirty from that. I haven't had a chance to clean it yet.
That's all right. You know what I mean?
Because right after that, Dad went on his vacation, so I've been working and,
Yeah, I need to clean my car too. I need to get those LEDs hooked up.
medical issue that's causing me to have to rest for a while.
Yeah.
So.
Shit happens.
Hi, welcome back. Mm-hmm. Is that going to say? Mm-hmm?
That was the phone call.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed
Making moves.
making moves.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
Glad to
Good
hear it.
moves.
Glad to hear it.
Oh, with that exchange?
The program. Yeah.
Nice.
God dang.
But anyway,
Anywho,
I think we should call it a day or a morning, whatever. Because now we have to re-record this ad.
that's true. That's very
so that way we
true.
can get that done and out of the way.
It was a really short show.
Not really. I mean,
Well, it's about 12 minutes too short. I would like to reflect just on something real quick,
Okay.
if you don't mind. So, yeah, we're only 5 episodes in. This is our 5th episode, if you didn't realize.
yes.
And I don't know, I feel like we've came and kind of got across and over a lot of different hurdles altogether. You know what I mean? Like, we came a long way from 12, 13 years ago, bro.
Dude.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
God.
I've been thinking about it, and it's like, I can't believe how far we've both come in life. Starting up this podcast. I mean, it amazes me. Going from not knowing about each other to meeting years ago, and then all of a sudden now, we fucking like best friends,
Right.
brothers. But it's just nuts. Like, our personal growth and career growth, and just how we're living, man. Like, I would have never imagined that we'd be sitting here recording this 5th episode 10 years ago.
Oh, I know. I wouldn't have thought of it either.
You know what I mean? Like, it blows my mind.
I would have never
man.
have thought of being part of a podcast.
I
Like,
would have never.
Back when they
either.
first came out, I never thought they were going to go anywhere. I was like, what the hell is a podcast? What is all this? Like, I didn't know shit about it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Until I started, you wanted to do it, and then I started learning about it and
It's actually
reading up about them and
it's
shit
a
like
decent
that.
thing to get into, you
Yeah.
know. But like you said, when they first came out, I'm like, they have radio talk shows, they have TV. Like, who's gonna sit and listen to a talk show when they could be listening to music? Like, that's where my mindset was years ago when it first podcast became a thing.
Yeah.
Here we are. I'm listening to them. We're creating them. Like, wow. Just like I said, it amazes me. I never would have thought in a million years that we'd be putting ourselves out there for the world to listen to. And it's a great feeling.
It is a great feeling.
No matter
is
how
a great
fucked
feeling.
up and no matter how juicy or plane or no matter what comes out of our mouths, I look forward to doing this every Sunday or Monday whenever we get together. But
Right.
you know, it's something I look forward to every week.
I do too. Granted, I was a little hard getting up this morning because I was really freaking tired. but,
Dude, you have no
you
idea.
know.
I was up, so I got off of work about 10 o'clock last night. Made it home by 10:30. I was supposed to pick someone to come grab Miranda with me, but they passed out and slept all fucking night, which is fine. And went and got Miranda, came back home, got her to bed. I chilled. I passed out on the couch, right? I wake up, it was like 6:30, and I'm sitting here thinking, fuck, I'm late as hell. I went back to sleep for another half hour. Woke up, Miranda's like assed out, man. She's all balled up underneath the blanket. So I'm like, I gotta get going, you know, I gotta get the day started, gotta get this podcast done. So I grab her in her blanket, I loaded the car, but I grab her in her blanket, and I take her up to the car, and I sit her up. And she's sitting like popcorn style with her knees to her chest, you know, just like holding into it herself, sleeping still in the car. I'm trying to get the seatbelt buckled. I'm like, I push her legs down, and she starts waking up. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, now she's going to be all mad and stuff, you know, but no, she's pretty cool. I buckled her in, she's just looking at me. I'm like, look, you're in the car. We have to go do this podcast, blah, blah, blah. She was like, all right. And then, yeah, that's how my morning was. I had to wake her up. Didn't mean to, but, you know, it is what it is.
Shit happens.
Yeah. But, yeah, I just wanted to kind of reflect on that. I mean, just, you know, kind of say how proud I am of all of us just for coming as far as we have in life. And, I mean, I can't wait to see what the next 5 years, you know, where they take us.
Yeah, I can't either.
You know?
And the best part about it is, our sister listens.
I know.
Our sister, the one that lives all the way out in damn Colorado Springs. She's like, I look forward to listening to you guys on my way home from work all the time. Every time you post a new episode, I'll sit there and listen to it. I'm like, hell yeah.
Hell
She's like,
yeah.
it makes me feel like I'm not missing much, like I'm sitting there right with you. And Tina,
we
you
love
are.
you, sis. You're right
We
here
love you.
with us. Wish you could be here. When you're here next time, when you come to visit, or whenever we come to visit you,
I'll tell you after we're done recording.
Gotcha. Well, anytime next time we see you and you're here on the recording day, you're definitely going to hop in on this shit. Well, apparently, hopefully no one realizes the secret that you just mentioned.
It's all right.
Okay, cool. Anyway,
Hey,
so
what I miss?
you're not missing much. You missed the whole podcast, really.
Almost.
Almost.
the whole podcast.
Well, yeah, you were like...
Don't change the fucking... You guys don't want to get that on there.
Oh, shit. Well, anyway, do you have anything to add now that you're finally part of the group discussion? No? Not at all?
Okay.
Alright. Well, guys, we appreciate your support, listening to us and whatnot. Again, sorry it's a little bit shorter of a show this week, but things happen.
They'll be all right.
You know, we got an ad to record, and we have things we got to do, and...
Yep.
So, anyway, guys, have yourselves a wonderful week.
Have a good week, everybody.
Again, email us, reach out if you want to hear us talk about anything, or, you know, do anything and then talk about it after. You know, if you want us to run around in hazmat suits in Walmart and chase someone in a gorilla costume, we will.
That's
Or a
awesome.
blow up unicorn outfit.
Yeah, or blow up your...
My
Yeah.
entertainment costs money, guys. Sorry.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm not a stripper. Or a whore.
Well, I guess on that note, we'll finally say goodbye and catch y'all next Monday.
See you guys. You gonna
You wanna say bye?
Bye.
Jesus.